What's bothering you, Ra?
Oh, nothing,
What's going on, Ra? You haven't said anything.
Well, we haven't mentioned anything.
Anything good?
No. Yeah, anything good.
Speaking of good, Age of Ultron was fucking awesome.
Age of Ultron. He's a call center that you...
He's in India.
Age of Ultron. It would have been just as effective.
Self-help, the call center in case you're feeling a little suicidal from watching an overhyped movie.
I was okay with it, but with everything that happened in the movie, I know that the dynamic of the comics are going to change, like Hawkeye having kids and everything. So
well, hell, dude, the 2016 or maybe 2015 official Marvel poster came out. And the MCU Avengers are on the front line. Usually it's the X-Men.
Yeah.
But now it's been replaced by the MCU version of the Avengers.
That's actually pretty big.
Yeah.
That they've switched that around.
Right.
That just shows you how much the culture is changing to reflect the MCU.
Yeah.
Age of Ultron surpassed like every single blockbuster, including Titanic and.
Those doors are tricky.
I think it passed. What the hell was that? The Cook people. Yeah, I think it passed them.
No way. There's no way.
That's true.
Worldwide.
Oh, worldwide, maybe. I know it crossed 900 million.
Like, what are we talking about now?
Age of Ultron, because you just saw it. So. But yeah, it's going to make money. But that's what I was saying was that it's funny seeing how before the comics really influenced the movies, and now it's slowly, little bit starting to change where the MCU's having a huge reflection onto the comics.
Slowly
instead of the other way around. Well, I say slowly because there's still a lot that the comics dictate what happens in the movies. But as we're getting now that we're past Avengers 2, it's getting to the point where everything from the MCU is starting to bleed into influencing the comics going forward. And I don't know what the hell's going on with the whole Secret Wars Battle World thing now. Vaguely from what I've heard from what you guys.
The world's gonna burn, will the heroes unite us? I don't think I even really care anymore. Following along now. Feels like a chore. By the way, those lyrics were from the Kirby Crackle. Check them out, they're an awesome geek band. Yeah, so Secret Wars.
I was gonna say, is that appropriate to this arc where it's just like a giant shrug?
The following along feels like a chore, definitely.
Yeah.
Because this is going to go on for a while, and some of the subtitles under the Secret Wars umbrella include stuff like Planet Hulk, The Infinity Gauntlet, Civil War, X-Men Inferno.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm checking out some of it. I can't check it all out because, oh my god, there's so many goddamn books that relate to this.
Well, it's like everything that comes out right now new is in the Marvel banner is almost underneath this Secret Wars umbrella.
There are a couple comics that are still a little bit behind. They are still working before the last incursion, all that stuff, like Spider-Woman, Squirrel Girl, Black Widow's just finished up their stuff before hitting Last Days, which will be under that branch. Ms. Marvel also has, I think, 1 or 2 more issues before doing their Secret Wars stuff. But yeah, Battle World is, this version of Battle World is ruled over by the God Emperor Doom and enforced by Sheriff Strange, and these are the only 2 that remember the world that came before. The entirety, each domain in Battle World is a fragment of a different universe.
Oh.
So there is...
Boy, you're losing me already.
Yeah, there is Greenland, which is the Hulk domain.
Well, of course.
There's Arcadia, which is A-Force, and that was actually a pretty fun book, and a lot of the female heroes are
A-Force, that was the all-female,
Avengers.
X-Men? Avengers, yeah. Avengers, yeah.
Let's see here. Avalon, which is ruled over by the Braddocks, Captain Britain. There's the Shield, which is a gigantic wall keeping out threats such as the Marvel Zombies, the Ultron AI, and I think there was one more in there.
Oh.
And if you fuck up badly enough, Doom will send you to the Shield, where you are very well equipped and then kicked off the fucking wall.
Awesome.
It's like joining the Night's Watch from Game of Thrones, except you are definitely going to get your ass killed.
Right.
The enforcers of Doom's Will, by the way, are the Thor Corps. It is a corps of Thors.
Like, just all Thor? Thor?
Not Thor.
Okay.
Like, Sam Wilson is one of them.
Like worthies. People who
Yes.
are worthy. Yeah, I got it.
And they all have different versions of Mjolnir. They all name their hammer.
Oh, okay.
It's part of their right. Secret Wars #1 starts with this.
Yeah.
We do see Sam Wilson is one of them. And he does have cool, like, these big, huge black wings. And so Falcon actually has wings now.
Nice.
Which is kind of cool. At least this version of him. There are a few remnants of the old world that using a time-space bullshit life raft. One that was built in the Ultimates universe and contained Thanos, Namor, Ultimate Mr. Fantastic, a few of Thanos' Black Order, and Miles Morales, who was hiding. Well, no, he snuck in and was hiding because he's like, I wonder what these bad guys are up to.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was another one that that had the few remaining survivors of 616, other than Doom and Strange, who do remember 616.
So Strange a bad guy?
No, he is a good guy. It's him and Doom. Basically, they haven't explained fully how this happened.
How they've become kind of these leaders of Battleworld.
The two of them had a chance to save what was left of the multiverse.
Right.
And they did it by making Battleworld. And Strange even says, I could have become God.
Right.
Instead of you, Victor. And Doom goes, yeah, but you didn't want to. And he goes, I still don't want to.
Yeah.
But it's true. And this is how Victor Von Doom... the other survivors from 616 in their life raft were Mr. Fantastic, Black Panther, Phoenix Cyclops. Not Dark Phoenix Cyclops, just Phoenix Cyclops.
So he's still Phoenix.
He became Phoenix again.
Oh, I was gonna say because I feel like he's been Phoenix for like 2 years now.
He lost it after AVX, and then they had a Phoenix egg that while he's been on the run as a bad guy, he brought that back during the final battle. Star-Lord.
He laid an egg.
That would be awesome.
Well, I mean, look at every relationship he's ever had.
Ew.
Yeah.
Beast died. That's right. Beast dead.
Poor
at
Beast.
least one verse. At least
So
the
I was gonna
616
say,
version.
so wait,
Which
is Beast?
Is it bald,
No, it's
gorilla-looking
blue
beast?
furry.
Is it blue furry,
Blue
or is
furry
it
beast.
blue furry lion?
Man, the blue furry lion is just a different artistic version of the blue furry beast.
Yeah.
So, but no, yeah, he was on the skimmer with Black Widow and Spider-Woman during the final battle. But then again, that's also one version of that. The 616 version that we all know and love, but we're also waiting to see what all is going to come of this. There is 616 Manhattan, and which is right next to 1610 Manhattan. 1610 is the Ultimates universe.
Which is effectively going to be ended after
Secret Wars.
This whole thing.
Strange did tell the survivors, after me, Miles Morales, he finally decided to open up the life raft that he had found, which was the 616 one.
Mm-hmm.
And he explained to survivors that, aside from him and Doom, nobody else remembers the world that came before.
Oh.
Battleworld is the only world they know.
They know. How convenient.
So, it's one of those, like, it is interesting. I am having some fun with it, but the fact that it's so pervasive.
And it's so far stretching that it's just tiring, like, to get through it all.
Yeah, because, I mean, I feel like I'm missing out on a ton of stuff here.
Right.
But it's one of those, I would literally have to read every book that Marvel puts out. A lot of what I've read has been fun. A lot of the ones that are using names of famous storylines, like Infinity Gauntlet and Planet Hulk, seem to be doing it just to get your attention.
Right.
Planet Hulk was fun, though, I will say.
Yeah.
Steve Rogers, a Devil Dinosaur, teaming up with
that's
Bruce
right.
Banner
You told me
to
about
go
this.
through the realm of the Hulks to save Bucky from the Red King, and they have to assassinate the Red King. Infinity Gauntlet, I read the first issue.
No good?
It was alright. It has potential, but it also makes me question a few things because Thanos is there. But Thanos also came out of the life raft with an entire retinue.
Oh, so there's that.
And, yeah. It's... this is going to be a tricky one. It's just like I'm kind of waiting to see what happens with DC post-Convergence.
Yeah. See what happens.
Because everybody has to shake up. At least, hell, even Valiant is doing shake-ups.
Are they?
Well, at least we're already post-Realm War with Xenoscope, so...
Oh, there's that. So,
I mean, we're
so
still
there's
getting
that.
Realm War, but we're after the Age of Darkness with most of their books.
Right. You've lost Rara entirely.
His eyes just glazed over.
He's
No, just taking it all in. That's all.
taking it all in.
Yeah.
There is a new 1602 book with Secret Wars, though, based off Neil Gaiman's 1602, which had all the Marvel characters back in that year.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, Witch Hunter Angela.
You showed me a picture of her.
Yeah.
I think. Or you were at least talking about her. I remember you said something about Witch Hunter.
Is that its own book, or is
Yep,
that
that's
under?
its own book.
That's not under Journal Zone.
No,
Okay.
no, that's gonna be its own book. Yeah, I mean there are a few cool ones that are coming out that are gonna be interesting to check out, but yeah. Like I said, it's a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's just so much, and I wonder how much of it will actually have a real effect and change going forward after this. You know.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing with in both DC and Marvel is, you know, they do these big shakeups, but they seldom ever have any lasting effect.
Well-
Outside of, you know, there are things that do, but for the most part, they all end up kind of get forgotten, or they just get shook up again in 5 years' time.
yeah.
I will say that
New 52 lasted, what, 4 years? I think that started in 2011.
2011.
well, yeah, but that's because they realized nobody gave a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
there-
it just
there
made
was
things
some nice
more
stuff.
confusing because
Yeah.
they like cherry picked what they wanted from people's past and origin stories,
Yeah.
and it didn't really have any solid
Or
foundation.
don't even use their origin stories. Reading Green Arrow, a lot of times I thought I was reading about Connor Hawke and not Oliver Queen.
Right, so it's just
I mean, I do have to say, though, as far as Marvel's concerned with that stuff, I don't know if, for better or worse, we basically are still dealing with the after effects of Civil War.
yeah, from the Civil War from like 2006, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, an argument can be made that we finally got done dealing with that right before Secret Wars.
but there's still some lingering problems that
You could
that
definitely
stem
feel it
from
through AVX and through Original Sin.
Yeah,
Like, if any argument can be made, Original Sin was probably the end of it, but I'd say we're still dealing with the shit that happened, and that, because that also is the reason why Secret Invasion, Dark Reign, Siege, all that stuff happened. Fear itself would not have been possible without Civil War. So
That's
they
true.
at least had mostly lasting effects, but of course big shit like, well, we have a big storyline, got to kill someone off. Captain America will die. Well, okay, people aren't responding as well to Bucky Cap as we thought. We'll bring Steve back,
yeah.
and we'll keep him and Bucky Cap, so it doesn't look like we're backpedaling.
Yeah, because they were both Cap basically.
And then after Fear itself, that's when Bucky quote unquote died.
Yeah.
But not really,
Again.
because he's going off to do an awesome spy series. Which, if you have not checked out Brubaker's Winter Soldier series that happened, God, it was 2012, I want to say, 2011, 2012. Check that out. That was awesome. I think it was only like 13 issues
I
long.
was gonna say that must have not have been very long.
No, but it was friggin' amazing.
So was he out doing like espionage shit?
He was cleaning up his past. He
Oh,
was
that's
dealing with the
kinda
ghosts
cool.
of his past.
Yeah.
Namely, 3 other essentially Winter Soldiers that he had trained,
Oh, that's kind of cool.
tracking them down with the help of Black Widow.
Do you have this arc?
Yes.
I want to check that out.
Um,
Not immediately because I have so much other shit for both you guys to read.
yeah, and that's why I also haven't been giving you stuff weekly anymore. At some
I've been
point,
slowly trickling through it. So
At some point, we're gonna have to figure out where you left off on
Yeah,
crap, so
yeah.
that I can be like, okay, here's all the other.
Here we go. Yeah.
But yeah, he even teams up with Doom at one point.
Oh really?
That was great. That was just wonderful.
Well, anything with Doom I really like. He's one of the more dynamic villains I think out of the whole of Marvel.
He's hit or miss for me. It depends entirely on the writer.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, some people, because of the way Doom's archetype is set up, you can get away with making him a very plain black and white thing.
I am the bad guy.
Yeah.
Rarg Doom, I have ego.
Yeah, exactly. So it really does depend on the writer, but when the writing's good for him, he's a really good villain. Right? You know,
the fun Doom is the stuff of at the Latverian embassy in New York City. Well, we'll take my advanced hypersonic craft. Doom, I'm pretty sure you can't have this in it. I'm pretty sure you can't have this here. Your laws have no bearing on Doom. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. Well, it's a good thing the only one who's seen it is a dead man, isn't it, Barnes? Point taken.
This was when they teamed up?
Yeah.
That's good.
I use the term team up loosely.
Well, I'm sure.
He enlists Doom's help, too.
Yeah.
Doom allowed him the honor of assisting Doom. Not that Doom needed it.
He
assisting.
very, very nicely on bended knee.
See, that's what's going to really make or break the new Fan 4 movie for me, because I was never huge into Fantastic Four, so they could fuck around with the actual Fan 4 all they want. It really won't have an effect on me, but it's how they portray Doom in that movie that I think will make or break it. Because if he's a good villain, and it sticks to what Doom is supposed to be, even though if they, bring him into the modern age by making him a hacker or whatever, if it's done well, I'll accept it. But that's really where the make or break point for me in that movie is.
Rejected!
Yeah. It could be shit, because they really haven't shown anything Doom-wise from that movie. So
And
I really don't know what they're going with for this one. So
Yeah, what I have seen from the movie looks like if it was named anything else, it would be a serviceable popcorn munching, see it at the cheap cinema sci-fi flick. But having the name Fan 4 attached to it is kind of stopping it from being kind of like Dragon Ball Evolution. I don't know if you remember that thing.
Oh, I
horrific.
do. I do remember that.
But that's the thing. If it was not named Dragon Ball Evolution,
Probably would
it
have
was just named something else, it would have been just a serviceable American kung fu flick.
Yeah.
It would not have been groundbreaking. It would not have been, the movie of the year. But it also, I doubt it would be as poorly remembered as it is.
Right.
Yeah.
It would be
But
remembered
because
as-
it carries the Dragon Ball name, and it has so little to really do with Dragon Ball. Like, it has
even Battleship had
Yeah,
the issue
yeah.
of. I mean, that was a shit movie regardless. And I don't know what expectations people had. I don't even know what expectations I had looking at a movie named after that game.
See, that's the thing with that. It's
No,
like...
I know what my expectation was. I expected somebody, somewhere in the goddamn movie, to go, B5. They sunk my battleship!
And it never
Just once.
happened.
That would have been a better movie if it was like
Not aliens?
wartime. Yeah, like
they tried
a
to-
sea mission wartime.
That's what I wanted from it. I didn't want Transformers on the water. And that's what it was.
They
How
did
do you
wait.
make a movie out of a board game? You throw aliens in it.
Yeah, and it's like, what? That was the thing. It's like with
They had a reason.
Battleship, there wasn't a lot there to do with it. But with Dragon
Sugar on
Ball...
cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Dragon Ball, there's all this back history that they could have used, and they didn't, Hey, Chris, how are you?
Can I interrupt anything?
No,
No.
because
Don't mind
actually,
me, go right ahead.
that's about it for our time, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Another half hour.
All right. Well, see you later. I'm Wave.
Rah rah.
So,
Nah.
bye-bye.